Just one wrong bite could push you dangerously close to the edge of a stroke. Do you want to know which food it is? High blood fat, or hyperlipidemia, is a silent disease that is becoming more and more common, especially among middle-aged and elderly people. But the scariest part is this. A lot of people are unknowingly eating foods that are extremely harmful to their blood fat levels without even realizing it. They think they are eating normally, but in reality, they are slowly destroying their cardiovascular system one bite at a time. In today's video, I, as a doctor and a health specialist for seniors, am going to reveal the 4 worst types of food that you must absolutely stay away from if you have high blood fat. And not only that, I will also share some very practical tips on how you can replace these harmful dishes with healthier, yet still delicious alternatives. Before we dive in, take a moment to leave a comment below with a positive affirmation as a commitment to yourself, something that attracts good energy. For example, you could write, "I choose healthy foods to protect my heart," or anything else that reflects your personal wish. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, so you will not miss out on any valuable content like this. Let us build a community full of positive energy to grow stronger and healthier together. Now let us discover what these 4 scary food culprits are. You might be surprised. First, fried and greasy foods. There is a painful truth that I often have to remind my patients about if you love golden crispy fried foods like fried chicken French fries or those mouth-watering donuts. Then sadly, you are also walking the fastest path toward dangerous blood fat levels and life-threatening heart complications. Fried foods are packed with extremely high levels of saturated fats and trans fats. These are the 2 main culprits that cause a rapid rise in bad cholesterol, the type known as low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, in the blood. When this bad cholesterol builds up too much along the walls of your arteries, it creates plaque. Over time, that plaque narrows. The arteries makes it harder for blood to flow and leads to a whole range of problems, like high blood pressure, stroke, and even heart attacks. What is truly scary is that this entire process happens quietly. There are no obvious symptoms, and by the time you realize something is wrong, it is often already too late. You might be thinking, "I just eat a little bit, it should be fine." But remember, even small amounts of fried food consumed daily can gradually build up in your system. And once your blood indicators start changing, it becomes extremely difficult to reverse the damage done to your blood vessels. Moreover, frying at high temperatures transforms cooking oils into toxic compounds, generating free radicals. Those extremely dangerous molecules capable of causing chronic inflammation, damaging tissue cells, and even accelerating aging. For older adults, this becomes the last straw, speeding up overall health decline. Fried foods also come with another hidden danger that few people pay attention to: extremely high calories. Just a small serving of French fries can pack anywhere from 300 to 500 calories, equivalent to a full meal. Taking in too many calories from these foods easily leads to overweight and obesity. And obesity is a loyal companion of high blood fat, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. If you truly value your health and your life, you need to learn how to say no to fried foods. Instead, you can switch to healthier cooking methods like steaming, boiling, baking, or air frying without oil. Trust me, just by making this small change, you will start to notice miraculous improvements in your body. From your skin, your heartbeat, your breathing, all the way to your daily energy levels. Second, processed red meat. When you think about golden sausages, delicious smelling cold cuts, or crispy bacon, it is hard to resist their tempting appeal. However, behind that eye-catching appearance and irresistible flavor lies a disturbing truth. They are silent killers of your heart and blood fat health. Processed red meats contain extremely high levels of saturated fat, which is the main substance that raises bad cholesterol, the type known as low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, in your blood. When the level of low-density lipoprotein cholesterol goes up, a condition called atherosclerosis, where the arteries become hard and narrow, starts to progress much faster. This cuts down blood flow to both your heart and your brain. And the result? Your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other serious cardiovascular problems increases dramatically. But that is not all. Processed meats are also loaded with extremely high amounts of sodium, a major factor that causes blood pressure to spike, forcing the heart to work overtime and damaging blood vessel walls over time. According to many large-scale studies around the world, eating just one slice of sausage or bacon per day can increase your risk of heart disease by up to 42%. That is a huge number, and definitely not something you can afford to ignore. The habit of snacking on cold cuts in sandwiches, grabbing a quick sausage for breakfast, or tossing crispy bacon into your salad might seem harmless, but over time it leads to a cumulative intake of saturated fats and sodium that far exceeds what your body can handle. Especially for older adults whose metabolism is already declining, just a little bit each day becomes exponentially more dangerous. Third, processed sweets and carbonated soft drinks. Sweet on the tongue, but silently destroying your body. That is the harsh truth about processed sweets and carbonated soft drinks. With colourful cakes tempting gummy candies and ice-cold soda cans on a hot day, you might be unknowingly pouring disease into your body, one sip or bite at a time. In these foods, refined sugar is the main ingredient, and it acts like fuel, feeding the fire of high blood fat. When you consume too much sugar, your body struggles to handle the excess energy, leading to an increase in triglycerides, a type of fat that directly harms the cardiovascular system. Not only does sugar raise blood fat levels, but it also promotes insulin resistance, paving the way for type 2 diabetes, a dangerous partner in crime that often goes hand in hand with high blood fat. Many people mistakenly believe, as long as I avoid candy, I will be fine. But the truth is, many seemingly healthy products like packaged yogurt breakfast cereals and even bottled fruit juices contain hidden amounts of sugar that are extremely high. Worst of all is soda. Just one small can can contain as much as 7 to 10 teaspoons of sugar, which is a massive amount compared to the recommended daily intake. Imagine this one soda per day, a few pastries each week, and over time your body accumulates not just extra fat, but also a massive metabolic burden that exhausts your heart, liver, and kidneys. Blood test numbers slowly climb higher, cholesterol, higher triglycerides, higher blood sugar. Then just one small incident could trigger a sudden heart attack or a devastating stroke. A study conducted over several decades found that people who consume large amounts of processed sweets have up to a 38% higher risk of developing heart disease compared to those who control their sugar intake. This is not just theory, it is a reality proven by millions of cases around the world. Fourth, fast food. In today's fast-paced life, fast food has become a lifesaver for millions around the world. A soft burger, a golden portion of French fries, or a giant soda cup, all served within a few minutes. But behind that convenience lies a staggering cost to your health, especially for those battling high blood fat. Fast food is basically a terrible combination. It is packed with unhealthy fats, loaded with refined sugars, high in salt, and provides very little, if any, real nutritional value. This is the perfect formula for sending bad cholesterol, also known as low-density lipoprotein. Cholesterol through the roof, it raises triglyceride levels and weakens the body's natural metabolic functions. A typical burger can contain up to 40 to 50% of the recommended daily intake of saturated fats. Add a portion of French fries and a soft drink, and you have just overloaded your body with massive amounts of calories and sodium, putting immediate pressure on your heart, liver, and kidneys. Not to mention, fast food often uses oil that has been reheated multiple times, producing a series of inflammatory compounds and free radicals that speed up the process of atherosclerosis. You might not feel anything unusual immediately after a meal, but over time, regularly eating fast food will push you into chronic inflammation, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, uncontrolled weight gain, and inevitably higher blood fat levels. That is why nutrition experts warn: fast food, fast death. Fast food is basically death wrapped up in shiny foil and a convenient paper bag. Even worse, many elderly people, because of the inconvenience of cooking fatigue or living alone, fall easily into the habit of eating fast food regularly, and the consequences are sudden chest pains, frequent hospitalizations for heart attacks, and alarming blood test results with cholesterol and triglyceride levels far exceeding the safe limits. Although there are many foods you need to avoid, the good news is that there are still plenty of fantastic options for you. First, dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens have long been considered a natural medicine, essential in the diets of people dealing with high blood fat. More than just a healthy food source, vegetables like spinach, kale, fish, mint, and Malabar spinach contain powerful properties that can effectively support the management of high blood fat, something few people truly understand. The first major benefit comes from their rich supply of soluble fiber. Once it enters the digestive system, this fiber works like a natural trap. It binds to bad cholesterol, also known as low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, and keeps it from being absorbed into the bloodstream. Instead of making its way into the circulatory system and building up on the walls of the arteries, this excess cholesterol is eliminated through digestion. This simple but powerful process helps lower cholesterol levels in the blood, which is one of the biggest risk factors for atherosclerosis, strokes, and heart attacks. Beyond that, leafy greens are a treasure trove of natural antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, beta-carotene, lutein, and many other plant compounds. These antioxidants help neutralize free radicals, which are responsible for damaging the lining of blood vessels and promoting chronic inflammation. When the inner lining of the arteries is protected, the risk of plaque buildup drops significantly, keeping blood vessels clear and flexible. Especially noteworthy is that certain greens like spinach are rich in vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a role in preventing calcium deposits from forming on the artery walls. Thanks to this, dark leafy greens help slow the hardening of the arteries, a common issue in those with long-term high cholesterol. Moreover, leafy greens are excellent for weight control because of their low calorie content, helping you feel full longer and reducing cravings for greasy or sugary foods. The very culprits that worsen blood fat problems, and let us not forget their role in stabilizing blood sugar levels. By slowing the absorption of sugar from meals, leafy greens help prevent the liver from being overwhelmed by excess glucose, reducing the chances that extra sugar will be converted into dangerous blood fat in the form of triglycerides, a common companion to high cholesterol. Second, nuts and seeds. When it comes to improving blood fat through natural nutrition, unsalted and unprocessed nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, chia seeds and flax seeds are top recommendations from cardiovascular experts. First, nuts are incredibly rich in unsaturated fats, especially monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, which are the two types of fats that are considered friendly to the body. These healthy fats help lower the levels of bad cholesterol, also known as low-density lipoprotein, cholesterol in the blood. This type of cholesterol is the main culprit behind the buildup of plaque in the arteries. By reducing this risk, blood flow to the heart stays steady and strong. Second, nuts and seeds are also packed with soluble fiber. This fiber acts like a biological trap, binding to cholesterol in the intestines before it has a chance to enter the bloodstream, helping the body expel excess cholesterol naturally and sustainably. Third, specific nuts and seeds, like walnuts, flax seeds and chia seeds, are rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, known as ALA, or alpha-linolenic acid. These special fats help lower triglycerides, a dangerous type of blood fat, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, and prevent the formation of blood clots. These are key factors in protecting the heart and preventing serious complications like strokes and heart attacks. Another huge bonus, nuts and seeds are high in calories, but very satisfying, helping you control hunger and curb cravings for unhealthy foods. This indirectly supports weight loss, a critical factor for people dealing with high blood fat. Third, whole grains. Whole grains are foods that retain the entire structure of the grain, including the bran germ and endosperm. Common examples include oats, brown rice, and quinoa, all recognized as natural powerhouses that promote heart health and specifically help manage high blood fat. The main reason whole grains are highly recommended for controlling blood fats is because they are rich in soluble fiber. This is the type of fiber that can absorb excess cholesterol in the intestines and stop it from entering the bloodstream. Instead, the cholesterol is removed from the body through the digestive system. This natural process helps lower bad cholesterol, also known as low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, and reduces the risk of plaque buildup in the arteries, which is one of the main causes of heart disease and strokes. Additionally, whole grains help stabilize blood sugar levels by slowing the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This is crucial for those with high blood fat, because prolonged high blood sugar also damages blood vessels and increases the risk of metabolic complications. Besides fiber, whole grains offer a variety of other important nutrients. B vitamins essential for the metabolism of fats and sugars in the body, minerals like magnesium and selenium, important for heart electrical activity and anti-inflammatory responses. Natural antioxidants help protect blood vessels from damage caused by free radicals. It is important to note whole grains are entirely different from refined grains. Refined grains, like white rice and white bread, have had the bran and germ removed, the parts that contain almost all the fiber and nutrients. Consuming refined grain products causes blood sugar levels to spike quickly, which can lead to metabolic disorders, fat accumulation, and worsen blood fat issues. Fourth, low-sugar fruits. Fruits are a natural source rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, all of which are vital factors in supporting overall health. However, not all fruits are equally beneficial for those struggling with high blood fat. Low-sugar fruits like grapefruit apples, strawberries, blueberries, kiwi, and dragon fruit are considered top choices for several important and scientifically proven reasons. First of all, low-sugar fruits help prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar, which reduces stress on the liver, the organ responsible for metabolizing sugars and fats in the body. When sugar intake is too high, the liver must convert the excess sugar into triglycerides, a type of blood fat directly linked to hyperlipidemia and the risk of atherosclerosis. Therefore, eating low-sugar fruits helps limit the accumulation of triglycerides in the blood, offering long-term protection for the heart and blood vessels. Second, low-sugar fruits are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin. Pectin is a type of fiber that binds to bad cholesterol, also called low-density lipoprotein cholesterol in the intestines, and helps remove it from the body. This natural process helps lower overall cholesterol levels in the blood, improves the body's lipid profile, and reduces the risk of plaque building up in the walls of the arteries. Third, low-sugar fruits are packed with natural antioxidants like vitamin C flavonoids and anthocyanins. These compounds work to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and protect the endothelial lining of blood vessels, the first area to suffer damage when cholesterol builds up. Protecting the endothelium means maintaining the flexibility and strength of the cardiovascular system. Additionally, fruits like green apples and blueberries have been noted to help lower blood pressure and improve insulin sensitivity, thereby reducing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, a disease often accompanied by high blood fat and one that significantly worsens heart health. Just as importantly, eating low-sugar fruits helps control cravings, promotes a feeling of fullness, and supports weight loss or healthy weight maintenance, a critical factor for anyone trying to manage high blood fat effectively. However, it is important to remember, avoid consuming fruits in the form of juices, especially bottled juices, because the juicing process removes most of the fiber, causing sugar to be absorbed into the bloodstream much faster. Also, steer clear of sugar-coated dried fruits or candied fruits, as they contain extremely high amounts of sugar, even though they are still labeled as natural. Health is not something distant or unattainable. It is simply the result of small, repeated choices made every single day. One meal, one favorite treat, one seemingly harmless habit. These can either lay the foundation for a strong, healthy body or sow the seeds for a series of silent complications that threaten heart health and quality of life. High blood fat does not appear overnight, and it cannot be cured with just one medication. It requires understanding, active management, and most importantly, a commitment to yourself, the commitment that you deserve to live healthily and fully. Before we wrap up this video, take a moment to leave a comment below as a promise to yourself. Something like, I choose to love my body through daily understanding. Or any positive affirmation that resonates most with you. And if you found these insights helpful, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can continue to walk with us on this journey of improving health, understanding, aging the right way, and living more fully every single day.